the sun came back to shine on my face. I'ma make it myself clean enough. You just understand my savior. Baby girl, don't you know I love you, girl? Don't you know I'm ready? I'm ready. I'm ready for you, baby girl. Baby girl, don't you know I love you, girl? Don't you know I'm ready? I'm ready. I'm ready for you, baby girl. Can the candles burn this dinner? Pyromaniac burn these memories. From the start I should've run away, but my vanity was stronger. Ooh, all of this is far behind me, 'cause the sun came back to shine on my face. I'ma make it myself clean enough. You just understand what I'm saying. I love you, girl. Don't you know I'm ready? I'm ready. I'm ready for you, baby. Don't you know I love you, girl? Don't you know I'm ready? I'm ready. I'm ready for you, baby. Save me. You my savior. You are my savior. My savior.
Advertise. Mic check. Let's go. Woo! I'm in my bag. Let's go. Welcome to Club Shada episode number. I don't need to be near this thing anymore. My voice is so loud now. Welcome to Club Shada episode 155. I'm already starting to feel hot in this room. What did Sirène des Îles, même pas tu attends. Thank you so much, Sirène des Îles, for supporting this show the way you've been supporting it. We need more like you. And listen, stop being scared of Sirène des Îles. Listen, super chat $1. It's all right. Or 100. But hey, Sirène des Îles, merci beaucoup. She just start like this, like boom. You know, it's like you pay before the service. Something I never do. Because sometimes the service is shit. I mean, not Club Shada, but sometimes like it's like Uber Eats. On Uber Eats, if you order something, it will ask you if you want to tip the guy who transport the food. I don't know how you call them, the collaborator. And me, I'm like, so like you order, and once you're about to order, they ask you straight, hey, do you want to give an extra 10%, 20%? And I'm like, why would I tip somebody before I know how they're gonna work? Makes no sense, Uber, because sometimes these people will bring you your food and your food is destroyed or it's been, they've been driving like crazy or it's late, it's cold. Like, let me wait for you to do your pristine job before. But I mean, it's not about Uber, it's about me and us, the family, Club Shada. Here, you can super chat and support this show whenever you're ready. This show is brought to you by shadaware.com, the gods of good fortune. And welcome to all the new subscribers who are blessing us with their presence on the channel. I think we have 1,800 new subscribers for the month of I guess it's half of November. So in the last 30 days, this is what YouTube tells me. And listen, shout out to Osdemir, Shadow Prod, Ana Guimares, Canal Felicio, Game Game, Stefan Wani, Maisa Almeida. What's interesting is like, just from the name, you know what language they speak. I know who speaks Portuguese here, who speak French, who speaks English, and who I don't know. Okay, those last two, I'm not sure what they speak. But hey, I want to acknowledge and give air on to our stream royalty, Sirène des Îles, with $37 for the month of November. Be sure that if you want to support the show and you want to become the stream royalty, I mean, hey, $37, it's not that much. So if you want to support the show, don't hesitate to super chat, or you can also just go on Spotify and play some music and play a whole album if you want. Or you can also go to Shadaware and buy some merch like this XRP Army hoodie that is actually one of my best sellers. Those ones have been flying like, why is this cable not? I should have put it inside. Damn. Well, it is what it is. So yeah. I also want to give a shout out to all the sponsors. All your donations are supporting this show. Thank you so much. Emmanuel Etienne, how are you? I hope you're feeling good. You're in a good spirit. Carole Bon Dieu, hello, hello. Queen Juju Zhang, how are you? I hope you're good. Mountain of Inspiration, how are you, cousin? I want to direct your attention to Mountain of Inspiration's channel. He's back on YouTube after a month hiatus, and his last 6 videos have been on fire. He's doing like an hour of live every day, yo. And listen, he made me laugh this afternoon. So no, it's not this afternoon, this evening. So today's live was about networking. So as the live is about to end, he's like, yo, I spoke too much. You know, Mountain, if you've been on Mountain of Inspiration channel, you know, like when he goes, he just goes and he preaches nonstop. And so himself is like, yo, it's been 62 minutes. It's been more than an hour that I've been talking. So I'm just going to see what you guys are saying. And I'm going to leave for the day because I have to keep some voice for the rest of the weekend. And yo, listen, yeah, I mean, I think I'm done with the subject. It reminds me that, and poof, he goes again for 25 minutes. This reminds me of me when I'm like, okay, this is gonna be a 1 hour Club Shada because I'm tired, and then I'm like still talking after 3 hours. Yeah, that was a good show. Good show. That was very nice. MJ We Moto, what it do? Also go to MJ's channel, and there's some gems out there if you're into African music and all sorts of African music genres. La milliardaire, hello. J'ai une plainte, la milliardaire. J'espère que ta convalescence se passe bien. J'ai une plainte, la milliardaire. Tu vois ton nouveau nom. Comme ton nouveau nom, il y a des S dollars. Quand on est dans le même live, donc, par exemple, tu étais dans le live de Body la dernière fois, et je voulais te répondre, mais je voulais te hâte. Le problème, c'est que généralement, quand je veux te tag, je tape LA et puis ça tape tout le reste. Mais là, ton signe dollar, là, je le trouve pas. Donc, en tout cas, j'espère que tu as vu mes réponses. Mais parfois, vous savez, quand les gens ils prennent leur pseudo YouTube, ils pensent pas à ces petits détails. Et c'est vrai que si quelqu'un veut te parler pendant le chat, c'est compliqué. C'est plus compliqué de trouver le S emoji que si tu t'appelles la milliardaire tout court avec le S derrière. Même si c'est moins joli, j'imagine bien. Donc peut-être tu devrais faire la milliardaire avec 3 bags de dollars. Juste une suggestion. Oh, Charlène Rokaya Jai. How are you, sister? I hope you're good. Siren Desir, thank you so much for your weekly support. It is well received. Blessings to you. Damn, the chat is on fire today. Hey Nadia, how are you? So Nadia is here. Can you imagine, Nadia, that there's 16 people watching and I only have 8 likes? And there's been like 70 people already and I only have 8 likes. Guys, quit the chat. Go put a like and come back to the chat. Just saying. Telling you. Oh, Dalia MTV. Was good. I missed the last show. I saw the notification. I took my remote. So that was yesterday. Took my remote. And then I fell asleep. I was about to put your thing. I was about to look for it on YouTube. And then I was out. I actually spent almost the whole weekend, other than going with my daughter at the park. I wanted to work and close my album, but I actually end up sleeping. This whole weekend I've been sleeping in my bed, sleeping in my sofa. That's all I did. And then watching a little bit of TV, falling asleep in the middle of... Actually, I've been watching only YouTube. So, one of those lazy weekends. Sometimes you have to recharge the batteries. So, it is what it is. Always on fire. I do agree. Non, tu n'es pas obligé de changer. I'm just saying. C'est juste si les gens veulent te parler, tu vois. Si les gens veulent te parler dans le chat directement et te hâtent, c'est compliqué. Quand tu commences par un emoji, ça... Ouais, c'est moins facile de te parler. Pardon. Yay. It goes well. See, you could put those ones. These signs. La milliardaire and then 2 free of those bags of dollars. I think it works better. But I mean, this is just my 2 cents. That's my job. That's what I do. I mean, not to try to stress you during your convalescence. But hey, this iced tea is giving all of a sudden. And this chair is not good for me when I go live. I'm not comfortable sometimes. Anyway. So, how was your weekend? First of all, everybody in the chat room, thanks for the likes. I see the likes. There's 3 missing, but everybody in the chat room, put me the flag of where you are and what time it is where you are watching. Oh yeah, a house all for herself all week. Ay, ay, ay. I can imagine. I've been in some shootings, so I know. Actually, I have to go to my friends in Miami and see how... I mean, I'm not going to go for that, but she's huge on OnlyFans. And when I go there, I'll probably... I will not go see her shoot, but I'm going to ask her so many questions about it. Weekend was trash. Damn. 6 p.m. 8 p.m. dans la montagne. It is here. 0057. Let me search my flag. What? Oh, damn. Can't find. Oh my God. Let me do it from the phone. Damn it. Let me comment on my chat. So it is in Tuga. It is 00.50. Still 57? All right, perfect. Boom. Done. Elise boys. What's cooking? What's good? So what was trash about the weekend? This is the Canadian show. Everybody's in Canada. So 7:56 in Canada for Charlene. 2 a.m. almost in France for Julie. Of course. 7:57 for Dahlia. Hey. Midnight and 57 for me. Back from Egypt, Trisha, how was it? We want to know, how was your trip? What city you been? Did you go was it a romantic trip? Was it a family trip? Was it you alone? Was it a work? Was it with friends? We want to know everything. But welcome back. We missed you. Are we having a virtual Shada Gang Christmas New Year's party? I like the sound of that. I like that way. So we have to organize that. I think we have to organize that and bring everybody from all the channels. We have to bring the MJ Wimoto people gang, the Dahlia MTV gang, the Joel, the Mountain of Inspiration gang, and the Shada gang all together. And we do, and the good thing, since it's gonna be, if it's Christmas or even if it's New Year, for me, New Year will be right now, right? I mean, an hour ago. So by the time we're done celebrating, etc., and we're back home, I guess it will be 2 a.m. And I could come here at 2 a.m. for me, or 2:30 or whatever, and it would be only 9, between 7 and 9 p.m. for everybody that's in Canada. I mean, Julie, that would be late for you, but that would be cool, you know. Spend time with the real family, and then time with the other real family. That would be cool. Oh, you got snow? Damn. Us, we got the temperature went low, so up to 12 degrees Celsius. And I was like, yo, this winter is gonna be crazy. And then 2 days ago, it just went up. And we've been having like 20 degrees, walking in t-shirts. Perfect. Perfect weather. You see, that's why Trisha is a Congolese person. You see, a normal girl would have said, I missed you guys. But because she's Congolese, she add so much. Like she thought about us when she was out there. She didn't care about us. She met an Egyptian guy. She was there on her camel. Hey. And she pretends she was missing us. Number 2, stop doing this. Don't lie to us. It's okay. We understand. Well, yeah. Lots of good vibe. This is a good vibe tonight. I would love to see everybody come with drinks and music to just have fun at Shada Gang. We've been through a lot together. It would be nice. That's true. Not only I would love for everybody to come through, come to the webcam, like just let the link open for everybody to come in and just come and say hi. And even if it's for 2 minutes, so we can all, celebrate together. But I would also love to have like the OG members, like those that we don't see anymore. And, just pop up and say hi. That would be cool. Oh my God, you guys are... C'est compliqué pour vous, hein? I had the time of my life in Egypt. I went with a female friend of mine. See? Tu partages pas. We mostly did Cairo and Sharm el Sheikh, which is by the Red Sea. It was fantastic. Wow. I saw some pictures on your Instagram, but not... Let me go. Let me go spy on your Insta. So, Trish. All right. So, there she is. So, you back already? Okay. All right. Nice. Looking great. Wait, what was there up there? Ah, that was a person. Okay. Were you scared to fall from the camel? I was just for the photo. Oh, wow. Your face when you went up. Wow, that must be crazy. Wow, can't wait to see more. Can't wait to see more of that. It seemed like fun. Lots of love for you, Emmanuel. Egyptian guy got that thing on Congolese guys. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? I mean, you got the stats. I know you got the stats, MJ. But hey, sometimes they get tired of us, and then they go try other things. So they might lose some stuff, but maybe they gain something else. See what I mean? So, I don't know. Apparently it's snowing where they are. What city are you, Tricia? And how is the weather out there? Ma chère, très tôt, très tôt, très tôt. What up, Dame Dash? It was my very first time on a camel. I got scared as the camel said, yeah, saw your face. You were trying to you were trying to keep your composure, but I saw your face. Wait. Wait. Look. You were here trying to keep your composure, right? But I could see. Look her face soon. And he stands up from the back first. Look, bruh. Nah, it's okay. You kept your cool. You kept your cool. It's all right. Tu nous as pas fait honte. She is. Hey, that's true. That's when they go out there. But they come back, you know. Or they have come back. Take us as number twos. Okay, Montreal is fine. So, Niagara Falls and where are you, MJ, Edmonton? I forgot the name. Snowy for them. We Congolese women love new experience. Please, you've been married with my cousin for 17 years. There's no new experience for you. We all got knives. So don't talk to me about new experience. I don't want to hear none of that. Salaud. Quelle honte. Quelle audace. Yeah. Okay, see, I remembered. So listen, I have one subject for you tonight, but I also want to talk to you about the news. I don't know about that. Because I went and I ran away. I went Katonga and I was like, oh hell no. This is problems. This is like, you got problems and then you got next level problems. I was like, yo, nah, I'm not doing this. Yeah, no. If you threaten Queen Dahlia, you know what she does? She call her crew and she comes beat you up. Listen, I still can't forget that she wanted to beat up my cousins. She came there with her gang at a veillée funéraire. She came there. Somebody just died. But she was there, ready to beat up people. Ready to beat up my own innocent, sweet, beautiful cousins. All this because of Joel Amen. Can't believe it. For those who haven't seen it, go watch Club Shada special Dahlia MTV. She tell us her story and she doesn't mind. She was about to beat up my cousins, my babies that I grew up with. She came with some friends and some knives. When somebody just died, she didn't care. She was here ready to kick some ass. Joel Innocent was there in the church in Montreal. with mountain of inspiration, not imagining that our little sisters were in danger. I mean, c'est pas mes affaires. Stop. Wow. Oh Lord. She's the one. She's the one. You can see, sometimes during her lives, you can see the real her. Whenever Gabrielle says something crazy, you can see her face change. You can see her sending lasers to Joël Amen. Oh shit. Here's another one. Listen, I'm sure Ellie's boys and I, we probably crossed paths in Brussels back in the days. And she was probably there fighting. She probably was walking with Sandra, Fabienne, those girls. My girls. In between two dance moves on Ooh That's a Lot of Body, they would beat up somebody at mini foot. I see you. Oh my God. Another one. Well, listen. At least I know if somebody attacks me, I got my gang. So, let me see my list. Because I've been here doing these 40 minutes intros. The news. So listen. Like I said it would happen. I said it would happen a year and something ago. And IGTV is dead. Not us, the guys. Only all these girls, bro. Like I said it would happen. IGTV is dead. I knew it from the beginning because, as always, Facebook didn't do the right thing by the creators. I think they prefer replacing IGTV with so in the new Instagram now. So I would say that 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, when and I remember doing a video for those who were there. I did a video about why I believe that IGTV would not succeed. First of all, Instagram was starting to become too many things. The same mistake they did with Facebook. You know why I hate Facebook? Not because it's not useful. It's just because there's too much stuff in Facebook. Facebook wants to be everything. Facebook wants to be Twitter, Snapchat, etc., etc. And they were starting to create all that with Instagram. You got like the normal Instagram, which is like Twitter for photos, I would say. Then you have DMs, which still doesn't make no sense for me, because some people, and I hate them, they start a conversation with you on Instagram by DM, and then they continue the conversation on Messenger, on Facebook Messenger, for some strange reason. And if they have your number, they continue the conversation on WhatsApp. And you end up having so many conversations with so many people on WhatsApp or Facebook or Instagram DM. But then when Facebook got down last month, we realized that all this is just one site. It's the same website. It just have different clothes, different faces, and sometimes you believe that you are on Facebook or Facebook Messenger or Instagram or WhatsApp, but you are actually in the same app the whole time. So when people say, "Oh, I hate Facebook," but they're on Instagram, Facebook are like, stupid. It's the same website, it's the same servers, and they are asking you to, I can understand their point of view. The people on Facebook can put a story. The people on WhatsApp can also put a story. And the people on IG, Instagram, can also put a story. Or a reel. Or photos. Or videos. And for me, it's like, okay, what about the people like us who work and who have to satisfy the followers all around? I would love to put one story in any of these places and this story be visible for everybody. I would love to receive messages from fans and people who want to work with me on Instagram DM, and I could also see them on Messenger directly, since it's already the same place. Listen, I would even prefer that I go on my WhatsApp, I got my message from my people, and maybe I have another section on WhatsApp where I have message from people who don't have my number, who are my Facebook contacts or my Instagram contacts, so I can see everything in one place. Because how one company can give you so much work. And I'm gonna tell you one thing. Me, when people want to contact me, those who have my number, it's WhatsApp. Those who don't have my number, it's IG or email. Everything else, I don't check. If you send me a message on Messenger or or a private message on my Facebook page, I'm never gonna see it because I just don't go there. It would take too much time to check your messages everywhere, so you have to choose, right? So back to IG TV. To me, when they did IGTV, the reason why I believe that it would not work was that they already had the stories. They already had like the video post that you could play for 1 minute, and now they have the reels, which is a TikTok copy, and now they wanted to add IGTV, which was another video product inside of a place where you already have a video product. It's like if you have a DVD player, but you can also have another player of something else in the same thing. Like, come on, like, I just want DVDs. And we ended up having them explaining to us that IGTV would be for vertical videos and blah blah blah, but you could also put in horizontal videos, and then with IGTV you could put up to 1 hour video, etc., etc. They actually thought they could compete with YouTube, but there's something specific about Facebook that makes them always fail when it comes to video or content in general. It's the fact that they don't want to share the money. And if they don't want to share the money, the people who are professional of content, unless they have sponsors and they don't care, they are not interested in going in platforms where they cannot get paid. And their platform is horrible. It's not simple. It's very hard. Like, it's very simple to buy an ad on the Facebook network. But listen, to protect your content and to be a content producer on The Facebook apps, it's a nightmare. Listen, they don't know what they're doing. They make me think of Google when they tried to do Google Plus. That was the worst social network in history. Sometimes when you want to do something, you go where it works and you copy. You should just see how they do on YouTube, and you just do the same thing. And since YouTube shares the revenue, if you make like I don't know, $100 on YouTube will take 30%, $30, and you as the creator, you get $70. And this pays for the pipes, the whatever, the service, and a lot of people, they make money from it. I mean, I get money from the super chat, from the views on my channel. Listen, my YouTube channel pays almost 3 rents every month, and that's amazing. That's amazing, and I'm super grateful of this platform. But I'm not gonna go on Facebook or on Instagram to dance for free in a platform that is full of problems as well, and in a platform that is trying to do everything. I hate when platforms are trying to do everything. And IGTV had all these problems. From the get-go, I was like, it's not gonna work. And listen, it was great to put. It's great to put clips of Club Shada. It's great. Put some clips there, and generate some view and stuff. But why create IGTV when we could already post videos? All you had to do was tell people, hey, now videos, instead of being 1 minute, they are up to an hour or up to 50 minutes or whatever the duration you want. But let just people post videos like they're posting already and make them longer, and it appears on their profile. That's what I said 2 years ago. And you know what they just did? Exactly what I said. IGTV doesn't exist anymore on Instagram, and now it has been replaced with exactly what I've been saying the whole time, which is you can post videos and they can be 1 hour videos, and they will appear on your profile, and if people want to see more, they just click on it. It's not called IGTV anymore. It's just Instagram. You can just upload videos. Why did you complicate your life? That's all you had to do. And at a point, every platform, I understand there's a competition, you want to keep people there, but every platform has to decide who they want to be. You cannot be everybody. Listen, it's the same thing for everybody. Listen, I would love to be a flute player, professional flute player in an orchestra, and at the same time sell ice cream, and at the same time be a singer, and at the same time present Club Shada, and at the same time, be a porn actor. But you have to choose. At a point, you have to choose what you want to do, because you will not be able to do all the things at the same time. And as a platform, you have to decide what you want to do. Listen, IG, when it was just photos, it was great. When they added videos, it was great. When Facebook bought them, I was like, they're gonna start to fuck it up. Then they added the stories. I was like, story was great, because they just copy stories from Snapchat, and listen, stories was great. Then they add IGTV. I was like, what's the point? Then they add reels, and I have the same, even if I understand, but I have the same critic for reels as I have for videos on Insta. You don't need to do reels when you have stories already. the reels could be part of stories. It could be just another type of stories. People already love stories, and you would have put reels, and yeah, you just say that reels are stories that will appear on your profile and etc. I mean, reels is okay. It's nicely implemented, it works, but at a point, why have two products that do almost the same thing? Same thing on YouTube. Why you add stories and you add the copy of TikTok, which I don't even remember what, shorts. Just do stories that are shorts. Just, it's the same thing. Listen, this is the problems when you let engineers and product managers who don't really use the platform take decisions. They're gonna do two things that do the same thing. Like headaches for nothing. So, I mean, if I was them, I would simplify the platform a bit, and this is a step in the right direction with IGTV gone. So now you have, let me see what they say at The Verge. Instagram is getting rid of IGTV, sort of. Instagram is finally acknowledging that IGTV, its first big push into video, didn't pan out. Today, the company is rebranding IGTV as TV. Is it new? Yeah. As Instagram TV, and is getting rid of the exclusive IGTV video format. Video posted to the main Instagram feed can now run up to 60 minutes long, and you'll no longer have to leave the main app to view them. Yeah. And listen, there's something I love now about Instagram. If I go to my profile now, right? And I want to post a video, I just go here and I post a video. Anything, a music video, something, and listen, I just take some, for example, I don't know, for example, this video of, do I have a Club Shada? Look, for example, I take an episode of Club Shada, I put it here. So what happened with Facebook, apparently, what they say is that it was not a cyber attack, but somebody did a misconfiguration. Well, anyway, you see what I mean. So and that's it. Is, and then I can just upload directly from my computer. That's it. Simple. I don't even know I cannot upload reels as well, or stuff that I've pre-recorded. Like, at a point, you know, I wish people in these companies would stop complicating things for users, because actually we use those things to share something, not to have headaches. And yeah, if I was them, next move would be to maybe make stories and reels part of more or less the same thing. More or less. But hey, up to them to decide. Let me see what your opinions here. Oh my God, you people. You want my number? Rien ne vous appartient sur Facebook, IG et WhatsApp. Yep. Sis, people don't care. Who checked Facebook messages in 2021? I stopped 5 years ago. Yeah, probably the same thing. Yeah. Sometimes I go there and I see thousands of messages. Like, yo, damn, who are these people? Yep, that was Bruno. stingy as fuck, bro. Yeah, I'm never on Snapchat. I really don't use Snapchat. I don't use TikTok. My wife is on TikTok all the time. Like those two platforms, I don't know. But the thing is this. There's a point, like, again, as a creator or as a person, you have to choose. Because, look, imagine that I want to be on all the platforms. Let's say I want to post a story and I want to be sure that everybody sees the story, right? So I'm going to post my story on Instagram. Then I'm going to post it on WhatsApp. Then I'm going to post it on Facebook. But I think Instagram posts automatically to Facebook. Then I'm going to post a story to YouTube. Then I'm going to post a story to Thriller. Then I'm going to post the same story to TikTok. Then I'm going to post the same story to Snapchat. And if I'm crazy, I can also put it in LinkedIn. And I guess that's it. So that's 8 times. So it takes you like 30 seconds or let's say 1 minute to post a story. It means that I have to spend 8 minutes to post the same story. And the worst part is, because you want to please everybody and you want to make sure that everybody is seeing your story, the people who follow you everywhere, they're going to be like, yo, he posts the same thing everywhere. And like, maybe if they already saw your story on IG, maybe they're not going to look at, maybe let's say you posted 20 stories, like the whole day you post something, right? So now you have to take your 20 stories and you have to upload them all 20 times in 8 different platforms. So that's 160 stories that you have to upload. And the worst part is that the people who follow you everywhere, if they already saw your story on one platform, they're not going to look at it again on the other platform. So the algorithm will be like, oh, nobody is interested in his stories, so they're going to show your things to less people. And you're screwed. So I think as a creator, you have to take a decision at a point. Okay, I'm going to be here and I'm going to be there. And that's it. And sometimes, yeah, I repost some stuff on YouTube because I'm trying to see if I can make something interesting with the community manager on YouTube. But at the same time, yeah, I mean, the people who follow me on YouTube probably all follow me also on Instagram. So, yeah, it's complicated because you would love to make sure that everybody's seeing you. And I have some people, they only follow me on WhatsApp, for example. My mom, for example, she's like, hey, long time you didn't post stories. I'm like, yeah, on Instagram, mom. Like, yeah, but I don't go to Instagram anymore. I'm like, oh. My mom is the queen of WhatsApp stories. So, yeah, it's making it complicated for everybody. Because back then it was more simple. Stories were on Snapchat. Tweets were on Twitter. Photos were on Instagram. Videos were on YouTube. That's it. Now everybody's trying to copy everybody, and yeah, you have to take a leap of faith and choose a platform and just become big on one platform. It is what it is. I'm telling you. Yeah. It's at a point I was trying to be everywhere. And then I was like, yo. But then the new platforms, TikTok and TikTok, yes, especially TikTok and Thriller, I'm like, nah, guys. Sometimes I go and I post something, but most times I'm like, I listen, this is not my generation. And I give up on it though. I mean, when I do a new song, maybe like, but listen, I think I would even rather give access to somebody that works for me and they just post promo content in there, or they repost all the videos from the fans who are dancing on my songs, because it would take you too much time actually to be on all these platforms at the same time, you know. Of course you agree with me. You never disagree with me. I'm your cousin. Est-ce que Instagram va rajouter d'autres features? Sûrement. What up, Ralphie? Thank you. Shada where? Life Jug, what up? I'm trying, you know. It's important. I use Snapchat to post some private moments of my life or my content. I like the creativity on Snapchat. Anyway, I post a snap every time there's a club Shada to make people come here. Oh, thank you so much. You know, sometimes I'm like, so when I do a Club Shada episode, I post on Twitter, I post on Instagram stories, I post on I let YouTube do the notification for everybody, and then I post on Facebook on my Facebook page. And then I post on a WhatsApp group. So it's a broadcast list that sends a message to Dahlia, Joel, Mountain of Inspiration, and a few people that I talk to on WhatsApp. But I could also do a Telegram group. I could also go to a bunch of forums, but imagine the time it takes. And usually when I post is during the intro. I post like when I say go live. I know that I have around 6 minutes of the one song and then the intro. That's when I'm just posting everywhere. But imagine, there's so many places that I could post as well. Facebook profile, Sushiraw Facebook, Sushiraw Twitter, Sushiraw page, this, there, my website, buy me a coffee. But yeah, at a point, this is where I say that at a point you have to find a place where you want to have your tribe. And this is the main place. And you try to have people know that it's there. Yeah, it is. So next news. Very interesting one, this one. I don't know if you know. Let me find the news about that. Where is their blog? Dun, 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 dun. All right. So this is a post from, actually, oh no, it's not the time to test stuff. This is a post from YouTube about dislikes. So as you know, when you are on a YouTube channel, you can either, when there's a video, you can either put a like. You can put a like or a dislike, right? And don't forget to put a like if you didn't, by the way. Wow, we had 200 people. Nice. So you can usually like videos or dislike the videos. And what's good, Malcolm Beats? And this is an update to dislikes on YouTube by the YouTube team. At YouTube, we strive to be a place where creators of all sizes and backgrounds can find and share their voice. To ensure that YouTube promotes respectful interaction between viewers and creators, we introduced several features and policies to improve their experience. And earlier this year, we experimented with the dislike button to see whether or not changes could help better product for our creators from harassment to reduce dislike attacks. I didn't know this exists, but yeah. With the crazy people you find on the internet, it's completely possible. So where people work to drive up the number of dislikes on a creator video. As part of this experiment, viewers could still see and use the dislike button, but because the count was not visible to them, we found out they were less likely to target a video's dislike button to drive up the count. In short, our experiment data showed a reduction in dislike attacking behavior. We also heard directly from smaller creators and those just getting started that they are unfairly targeted by this behavior. And our experiment confirmed that this does occur at a higher proportion on smaller channels. Based on what we learned, we're making the dislike counts private across YouTube, but the dislike button is not going away. This change will start gradually rolling out today. So what's my opinion about that? I've saw some interesting opinion about some bigger creators. And some creators, most of them were not happy with this because they were saying that when they go on YouTube, the first thing they look at is how many people are not liking or liking a video to know if the video is a great video or not, if it's useful or not. And me, I was like, this is really not how I use YouTube. When I go to YouTube and I find a video, I'm more interested in I'm more interested in the title of the video and maybe I don't know. I can see from the thumbnail if the video is interesting or not. And I don't really care if there's a lot of like or a lot of dislikes. But I mean, I could understand if, some people are sensitive. A lot of people are sensitive these days, but you might do a channel. Let's say you have a song, right? Let's say you have a new song, you're an artist, and you just post your first music videos and you have 200 dislikes and 10 likes. Some people can stop their career for that. Some people have this sensibility where for them it's important. And in my opinion, they should just remove the dislike button altogether. Listen, if a video is good, most people put a like, and that's enough to know if it's a great video. If there's like 100 likes, 1,000 likes, 10,000 likes, it's a good video. You don't need to like MKBHD was saying, when there's a video, I watch the number of likes and then the number of dislikes. Listen, if a video is good, it's good. Like, there's gonna be a lot of likes. If a video is not good, nobody's gonna like it, I guess. So, is it that important? I don't think so. I think that when you go on YouTube, you find creators you like. You find people who do great content, like MKBHD, for example. When there's a new phone, a new piece of tech content, I go to Rene Ritchie, I go to MKBHD, I go to a few of creators that I like and that I trust. I trust them because I've seen their videos already. I don't go to their videos asking myself how many likes and dislikes there are. I'm like, oh, I want to know what they think. That's it. And I believe people who come to my channel, it's the same thing. The first thing, they don't check how many likes and dislike or how many views even. If they like your content, they're like, hey, okay, Kaysha did a new whatever, I'm going. That's it. But now imagine the situation where you are an actor or you are a comic or whatever, and listen, you did a comment. Nowadays with the cancel culture, you do a comment about something, people are pissed. Let's say the feminists are pissed, or the LGBT are pissed, or the blacks are pissed, whoever, or the Trumpists are pissed. And now you post a video where you just doing a cake that has nothing to do with the whole subject. You're just here cooking your cake. And all these people will come and dislike your video just because they're not happy about whatever shit you said on TV. And then they come to the comment, hey, and they come and they do the things that I hate the most, which is putting videos that are out of context, comments that are out of context, that have nothing to do with the subject at hand. We're talking about cooking, and you come talk to me about politics or about trends or about whatever things that right now on this video I don't care. It's about cakes. If you don't have nothing to say about my cakes, don't come here. But the people on the internet, they have these bad habits of coming and talk to you about things that have nothing to do with the subject at hand. They love it. So if they're pissed at you for something you said on Twitter like 10 days ago, you can post 20 videos. They're gonna come to your videos and gonna talk about that thing. So you do a video about that subject. Yeah, listen, come and debate on the subject. But now you're gonna put a video about your cat. They're gonna come debate about the subject. They're gonna come. You fucking racist. You did do this. You that. Listen, if Trump today post a video about pancakes, and he's like, yo, I was in Canada and Calice, les pancakes sont bons. Maple syrup, sirop d'érable. And that's it. That's the video. All these people will go crazy about, you racist, you this, you that, the Capitol, da da da. And me, I'm gonna be like, yeah, that's true, they're good. Because the video is about pancakes. And people lost their mind. They don't know how to stick to whatever they're watching. They're gonna come and flood your thing with, so let's say, listen, Trump comes and he eats pancake and he says, Canada, you're the best at pancakes. You're gonna have like millions of people disliking. Just because that's him. And for me, this is a good reason to remove the like button. I wouldn't even like leave it and because what they're doing is they say it's for your own, how you say? It's for your well-being as a creator, blah, blah, blah. But if you still, you don't show to the public how many dislikes there are, but the dislike button is still there. So what's the point? The creator can still see. If you all come and dislike, the creator is still seeing the dislikes. What I would do just like Twitter. There's just a like button. If you like, you like. If you don't like, go on your way. Simplify. And listen, if Trump did a video where he likes pancakes, those who don't like him or whatever, they go to the next video. People have to learn to not be triggered all the time and just want to say something. if you don't have nothing to say about the pancakes that Trump is eating, don't say nothing. And the worst part is if I go and comment and I say, that's true, they do good pancakes, Donald. How can you speak to him? Oh, do you agree with what he said? Do you? I was like, no, we're talking about pancakes. You know that he's this, he's that, he's. We're talking about pancakes. And those platforms, they are trying now to take a step back on all these behaviors that they have created all these years. They created a whole world of people who are just aggressive and people who, they just. Oh, Mama Dalia. Thank you so much for supporting the show. Thank you so much. And yeah, listen, it's, in my opinion, if I had to choose, I would completely remove the dislike button. I would just put like. For those who've been on YouTube for a long time, like me, like Joel, like Mountain of Inspiration, I don't know if you guys remember, even Dalia, YouTube used to have stars. And you had 5 stars, and you had to choose after watching a video if you wanted to give it 1 star, 2 stars, 3, 4, 5 stars. And then they changed it to, I believe you could just leave the like and that's it. And like MKBHD was saying, if you want to watch, if you use it as a way to know if you're going to watch a video, just watch the number of likes, that's enough, I guess. If video don't have no likes, it means that people don't like it. And then the creator is also fine, because some people, listen, they feel it. Some people, like, they see dislikes and it makes them sad. How many dislikes do I have? I cannot see. Let me see. I only have likes. Good. They're just saying that people are soft. People are. It's true. But I mean, as a creator, it is true that when you put your work out there, you can feel a certain way, like, because it's your creation, and like the fact that people don't like it might make you feel something, and maybe it's better. Or an option that would be to give the creator the option to have it or not, but that complicates the whole thing. I would just remove it personally. Hey Marina, how do you feel about the current Kizomba Zouk music scene? The future of music? I have no plans. I'm letting music be music. I have a video that I did about that. You should watch it. But listen, we just came out of a pandemic, so I think there's been a big toilet flush on everybody, and I guess things are getting back on track, and I right now I'm still watching, but I'm gonna do a video about that. I'm gonna invite somebody from the Kizomba Zouk music. I don't know if you speak French. If you speak French, you should see my interview about this on Yard, or if not, here on the channel, there's a bunch of videos where I talk about that. Tana, what up, bro? You good? Nice. The biggest haters I see in France on YouTube is from the far right. I'm saying, it's the biggest trolls. Each time minorities are in the light, they talk about what they live. They are the oppressors. I would say, Julie, that we all see what we feel depending on where we see from. If you see it from the center or from the left, you see them as the aggressor. If you see it from the right, you can also see sometimes people from the left as aggressors with all the things they want to force into people. So it really depends on how you see it. Like some people say that the woke culture is here to save humanity, and some other people are like, well, and this is what is going on right now with the cancel culture and stuff. A lot of people are saying that the woke culture, the Black Lives Matter. Oh, thank you so much, Tana Soli. Thank you for salute, bro. Thank you. And we should do something together. A lot of people right now are also saying that the problem with the progressive left and woke culture is that if you don't agree with them on anything, then you are the enemy. They believe that silence is not an option. They believe that whatever they feel, you have to feel the same thing. And there's no space for, I agree with this, but that, no. You have to agree with everything. If not, you are the enemy. You canceled. And we don't like jokes. And we don't like this and we don't like that. And in 10 days, we change. Now we like this. Oh, you like that? Cancel. And those might also be seen as the enemy, or they might be people who are losing allies. So in France, I see problematic people from both sides and from every side. Actually, I see a lot of problematic in the BLM. I see a lot of problematic people in the feminists. I see a lot of problematic people, of course, in the far right, the far left as well, and in the every person that is religious about what they believe, to me, is problematic. I believe that you can really believe what you want and you can be wrong, but when you're wrong, we have to give you the space and the possibility to grow and learn and come back to what we believe is the truth, right? Because it's what we believe, it's our point of view. And same thing, when somebody says, I don't like this or I don't like that, you cannot just, you have to ask yourself where they come from and be able to have a conversation with them. It doesn't mean that you're gonna make them see the lights, but you might. Sometimes people are just ignorant. And we live in times where, in social media and politics and media in general are just always like creating more of this. We live in a time where most people, when they disagree, they just hate each other. I believe that when I disagree with people, I have conversations with them. Like one of my very, very good friends, like 25 years, right? We completely disagree on politics. Completely. But we have great conversations. We have great conversations about, the things we agree, the things we don't agree with. And sometimes I'm like, yeah, this is right. And sometimes he's like, oh, on that part, I agree with you. And sometimes we come a month after and we both change positions. Because life is something that always moves, and opinions they move. Listen, I don't know what I was saying 10 years ago on Twitter. I don't remember, and I don't care. So if you go now find some old tweets or maybe some old jokes that I did that were funny back then and they're not funny today, and people want to cancel me or whatever, I'll tell them, but that was 10 years ago. Now you said that. Say sorry. Say you're sorry. I'm not. That was 10 years ago. And at that time, yeah, listen. And actually, I still think it's funny. Or maybe not. It depends. It's me. It's not about what you guys feel. It's about the truth and me. And if I know deep in me that whatever I said was not offensive and was not meant to harm people, you cannot force me to believe that it is harmful. Oh, because of this, people die. Shut the fuck up. Like, I know some people who were skinheads at a point. People that I went to school with. They went from hip hop and whatever traumatic happened in their life, and they went completely far right. And back then I was into rap and stuff, and one day we met and he was there and we sat down and, yo, what happened to you, bro? This and that and it's not about you, you know, we grew up together. Said, yeah, but I mean, some of the things you say, yeah, but because of this and this. I say, yeah, okay, but conversation. And then after that, yo, bro, good to see you. Yo, good to see you too, bro. And well, you know, go to your Nazi stuff, and I'm going my way. And 10 years after, met him again, and he came back, and he was back in the middle. And yeah, he was like, oh, you know, I was going through things and whatever, and yeah. Then I had kids, and then yeah, and I'm less extreme, and we never know where people come from, I guess. So it doesn't mean that you have to excuse everything, but you know. Hey, can you share one of the best performances of your music career story? I actually did that not so long ago. Every time Arena asks me a question, I send her to a video on the channel. Now, because it's not the subject tonight. But right now, I don't have one, but I would say my first show in Portugal in 2000 second show in Portugal in 2004 after releasing my third album, and it was in Lisbon. And the first song I did was One Love, and I really didn't think, to me it was just a song. I didn't know it was a hit yet. And when I sang that song, everybody started crying. Like first row till maybe 6th or 7th row, everybody was crying. And I was crying too, and I was like, oh my God, and what did I do? And yeah, this is probably one performance that changed my life and changed my view on even like, what is a great show? But I have so many stories of shows. But damn, am I gonna be able? I have a story to tell first. So yeah. But Kate, don't you think that this society, or being oppressive with minorities, is responsible for what we see right now? Yeah. People who can't express themselves for years and years because of oppressors. I do agree with you. But now that they can express themselves, do they have to also learn to be responsible with what they say and what they do? This is where, you know, it's something we live in Africa, in different parts of Africa. In Congo, for example, and some other countries, because we never knew democracy, we abuse what we think democracy is. People come out of dictatorship and now they want to be free of doing everything, and then they go to the opposite. You see what I mean? So you have to really find the right balance. And it's the same thing as for the women with the Me Too movement. Everybody saw it as something great when finally people could say what happened to them, and they were not scared anymore to talk. It was amazing. But then some start lying and some start using it as a weapon, and nobody even asked themselves, are they lying? Because people start abusing this new power, this newfound power. So when you got power, and you got people that say, listen, if you say you're a victim, you are. But people lie. People exaggerate because people still continue to be human. So if people now have the possibility to talk, they have to be responsible as well for what they say. And if you say you're a victim of something, somebody, or maybe it's not maybe the people who don't believe you, but somebody from your side must make sure that you're not lying. If not, happens what happened to the girl, the woman in France who did the Me Too movement. Balance ton port. She lied about her thing. The facts were not right, and she had to pay. And same thing like Johnny Depp and a lot of other people, because some people are abusing their, you see what I mean? And look at what's happening with Dave Chappelle. Same thing. Because people feel now entitled to what they feel. And I believe that the facts and the truth is more important than what people feel. And then, of course, once you say that, it's not something that is black and white. It's always shades of gray. So you have to be able to do case by case. And in this world, people hate to do that. People don't want to do case by case. Les gens qui vont chercher les vieux tweets ont rien à faire, franchement. Moi, je veux savoir comment ils font pour aller trouver les vieux tweets. Est-ce qu'il y a quelqu'un, c'est-à-dire, il passe la nuit là, à chercher tes tweets, les regarder un par un, scroller, et puis il faut, here! That shit is crazy. Nah, it's okay, Marina. Don't be sorry. I'm actually a male. Oh, sorry. Marina Del Rey is just where I live in California. Actually, I remember that's what I asked you last time. And I was like, maybe it's just where you live. So now we know. But yeah, it's confusing. There you go. Oh yeah. Listen. Let me be done with the news and tell you the last thing I wanted to talk about. I still want to talk to you about the new COVID medicine from Pfizer, but I'm going to keep this for next week. I want to talk to you about the Facebook papers, but I'm going to take this for next week. And I also wanted to talk about Joe Rogan and CNN, but it's starting to be old, so maybe I'll keep it. But I want to talk to you about, before I go, I want to talk to you about never feeling home. It's very interesting in the world of today that the whole world is kind of obsessed with, thank you. In the world of today, everybody's asking you to be part of a tribe. I don't know if you feel this, but it's something that I've felt my whole life. People tend to Wednesdays and Sundays, I don't know what time it is out there. It's 2 a.m. here, but actually like an hour and a half ago. Every Wednesday, every Sundays. So interestingly, we're in a world where everybody asks you to be in a tribe, and everybody is always telling you to, trying to put you in a box. And the reason why I say I never felt at home was, listen, I was born in Congo, in the middle of Africa. And when I was 6 months, I was in China. I don't remember, I just have photos. Then I was in the Sahara Desert. I think I walked for the first time in Paris. And then the next week I was in New York. Because I was just being taken here and there with my parents, right? And then we moved to Paris when I was 7 years old. And I lived in Paris for 32 years. And then when I moved after Paris, I moved to Portugal. But before that, I never felt at home nowhere. And I would say that every time I would meet Congolese people, they would treat me like if home was supposed to be Kinshasa. And to me, I was like, I understand, Bantu royalty, royal blood, whatever, but I felt more Parisian, French from Paris, than Congolese from Kinshasa. And when it came to making music, even if I wanted to do hip hop in the beginning, I ended up becoming one of the big figures of Zouk R&B, Kizomba, and Afrobeats before they called it Afrobeat with Ondikwa. And neither Ondikwa, which I would say was in the midst of the Coupé Décalé explosion. Coupé Décalé was something from Ivory Coast. And even if I had an Ivory Coast passport at that time, I'm not from Ivory Coast. Zouk, when I was the number one selling artist of Zouk music in 1998, I'm not from the West Indies, the French West Indies. And Kizomba, I'm not from Angola. And it's very interesting how I've been moving in this world and evolving and doing my way and never feeling that I had to do what people were expecting me to do. I was doing my thing, and I've always seen the world as my garden. I believe that you can be anybody who you want to be, and you don't have to be bound to the color of your skin, your nationality, the language you speak, to be anything. Especially in this culture, and it's very strange because we are in a culture where Marina was asking me to talk about Zouk and those things. We are in this culture where music from everywhere is everywhere, and cultures from everywhere are everywhere as well. And the number one show on Netflix, the biggest show ever on Netflix, is from Korea, Squid Games. And after that, the second biggest show is La Casa del Papel from Spain. And Netflix is an American company that is available all around the world. And you can watch show, like right now I'm watching a show called My Name. I think it's Japanese or Korean. I'm not sure. Probably Korean. And I watch it in Korean with French subtitles. And if my wife want to watch with me, I turn the subtitles to Portuguese. So we're in a world that at the same time, the world is becoming so multiple and the cultures of everybody is invading everybody. And at the same time, you have people yelling cultural appropriation and people yelling you to be part of a tribe. And listen, when I was in Zouk, at the same time, I felt at home. And at the same time, I didn't feel at home because I knew I was not at home, but I felt at home. I felt accepted, but at the same time, I felt like, yeah, I mean, this is I didn't, maybe it's imposter syndrome. And when I arrived in Portugal in 2003, and they say, oh, the king of Kizomba, I was like, king of what? And then again, I had this feeling of, okay, I mean, but that's not what I said in interviews. In interviews, I said, hey, listen, it's music. Music belongs to everybody. And talent is talent, and that's it. Like, if you do a good song and people like it, that's all that matters. And I was trying to learn as much as I could from the cultures. But I was not Angolan or Cape Verdean. And when Ondikwa exploded in 2003, I was not from Ivory Coast, even if at that time my parents were in Ivory Coast, and because of exile from Congo, we had Ivory Coast passports. So we had a house in Cocody, in Ivory Coast, but I was still not I was an Ivory Coast citizen, but it was because President Gbagbo just gave me a passport. But I was not see what I mean? Originally from Ivory Coast. So I never felt at home. And when I found home? I found home when I decided to build a family, actually. And when I decided that actually it's all right to be multiple, it's all right to feel at home everywhere. Because that's how I feel. I speak 9 fucking languages. So I can go anywhere actually and be understood. There's always somebody who speaks one of the languages that I speak or that I understand. And I've been in so many countries and I've stayed in so many places. It's not just I came and I left. I stayed more than 3 months in so many countries that I'm a person that love culture. I love my culture. Not only my culture as a Congolese person and my mom's culture as she's half Portuguese, but also the cultures of the rest of Africa as a Pan-Africanist. But I also love Chinese culture. I was raised on mangas. I speak English since Eddie Murphy Delirious. I was listening on tapes. That's how I learned English. I speak Spanish from school. I speak Portuguese. I speak Portuguese from falling in love with Portugal. Both my kids have a minimum of 3 or 4 nationalities. Origins. And my daughter is French, but her blood is Congo, Guinea-Bissau, and Belarus. My son is Congo from me, and from the mom, Guinea-Bissau and Cape Verde and Portugal. And he has Portuguese nationality. My daughter has French nationality. I have French nationality. But before being French, I was Congolese. Before Congolese, I was Ivory Coast. Before Ivory Coast, I was Zaire. I had 4 different passports. And listen, here in Portugal, I feel home. But when I go to Bangkok, I feel home. And when I'm in Miami, I feel home. And when I'm in Paris, I'm home and I feel home. And when I'm in Congo, I feel home as well. And interestingly, when I was younger, I felt home nowhere because nowhere was enough for me, and no music has never been enough for me. But now that I grew up and I realized that it's not about how people make me feel. It's about how I feel. And I feel home everywhere, actually. And to arrive here, I had to put myself in a situation where I had to grow up and understand myself and understand the essence of who I am, and understand that it's really not about the things people say about me because they're scared of me most of the time. They're scared of the talent, they're scared of the ambition, they're scared of me taking their job, they're scared of a lot of things with me, strangely. And I used to be scared of scaring people with what I was. And then I made peace with all that. And I realized, yeah, I feel home everywhere. I mean, not everywhere. There's some places that there's some places that I don't like. But the different places in the world that I love and where I feel home, I call them home. And it's funny because if you look at my story, I arrive in Kinshasa and I'm like, home sweet home. I stay in Kinshasa 2 weeks, then I take the plane and I arrive to Lisbon and I say, home sweet home, from home to home. And then if I go to Cayenne in Guyane, where I lived for a year, I would be like, finally I'm home. Same thing with Martinique, same thing for Miami, same thing for Paris, same thing. Like, there's a lot of these places that I feel home, and I believe that most of us, it feel like social media and all the people in their agenda are trying to turn us into people who only follow one group and only follow one message and only feel a certain way that has to go with the brand. But a lot of people, that's not how they feel in reality. They might agree with whatever movement that they go with, Black Lives Matters, feminists, whatever, LGBT, trans, whatever you feel. They might agree with 89% of whatever group they feel they belong to, but maybe there's 11% that I don't agree with this. And the problem with all those groups of nowadays is that when you say, yeah, I don't agree with just those 2 points. What? Cancel the bitch. What? No, listen. I agree with everything. Just that part, I don't think it's what? Cancel the bitch. Guys. And this is the world of today. And this is what I disagree with in the world. Like, listen, when I do Zouk, I cannot do 100% Zouk. I had to add something. When I do Kizomba, I had to add something from house music. When I do Coupé Décalé, I had to add a little bit of Congo and a little bit of hip hop. When I do hip hop, I had to add a little bit of, this is me. And maybe this is why I love when people are mixed. I love when people have different cultures. I love when people are rich from not just being in the same place. Like, you take a lot of people who are ignorant. Most of the time when you realize those people, they be living in the same country or maybe the same city or the same street their whole life. Whenever people start traveling and seeing places and seeing the way people live elsewhere and seeing that there's some places where people have a lot of money but they're miserable, and some other places where people have nothing, but they smile every day. And then other the same places where there are rich countries, you see people in the street, they have nothing and they're miserable. And then in other places, you're gonna see people, they're rich and they're happy. And then you start seeing that some rules or some things that are offensive somewhere are not in other places, or some things that are true somewhere are not true in other places. And it makes you think about your whole everything you think about. And I believe that I'm very fortunate that I've lived in so many places, and that I speak to so many people from so many places, and that I actually engage in conversation with people that I don't agree with. But not to tell them that they're wrong, but try to understand them, listen to their opinion, and give them mine. And not tell them, hey, you wrong, you should think this. No. What do you think? I think that. Okay. What about you? I think this. Oh, interesting. Okay. Peace. A week passes. We on the phone again. Yo, what up, bro? Hey, what up? Hey, Hey, I was thinking about the things you said we talked about the other time. I think a little bit more like this now. I think I changed 10% of what I think. Well, actually, after the conversation we had, I also changed 15% of what I think. Oh, cool. Lovely to exchange with you. Yeah. Let's exchange with other people. And that's how people like me move. The people who are ignorant, they only see things in terms of good and evil, and they let media make them feel things. I only feel things from what I feel. I don't. Listen, media, it's hard for media to just sway me into thinking stuff, because, yeah, I really believe that you really have to try to resonate from yourself and from your heart. And if you are, I've been a fan of hip hop maybe since 92, but before that I used to listen to rock and roll and European house music. And if you tell me, hey, would you prefer listening, I don't know, to Tupac or Take On Me, or The Sun Always Shines on TV, I will choose which is a Swedish group. But that's me. And it doesn't mean that I don't like Tupac. It just means that, and if you ask me, even as one of the kings, as they say, of Kizomba, would you rather listen to Kizomba music at home? If you have an hour and nothing to do and you can just play music, would you listen to Kizomba? Or would you listen to pagode or bossa nova, Brazilian music? I would pick bossa nova because that's what I prefer. It doesn't mean that this is what I do, but this is what I prefer. This is me. That's my preferences. And we should really start enjoying and accepting our own preferences. I see so many people blaming people for their choices, blaming white people who like to date Latin women, or black people who like to date white women, or Chinese people who like Congolese guys. Like, let people choose. Let people feel something. Like, it's not something that you can decide for other people what they like or where they feel home. And I don't know if younger I put this pressure on myself, or if it's society and the messages that I was hearing from all the artists and from everybody around me that made me feel that I had to choose. But I was frustrated all the time about all that. Listen, when my first album came out, so the album was selling like crazy. and they put my album in France, right? So not even in Zouk music. And Zouk music for me is French music because it's French territory, right? It's part of France. But they put my music in world music. And I was pissed off. I went to the stores and I used to take my CDs. I used to go to the store and like there was like 20 albums on the shelf. I used to take 10 albums and I would put 5 albums in R&B and 5 albums in hip hop. Because my album was all that. Why are you putting me out there in world music when I'm world music, I'm hip hop, and I'm R&B? And then the guys from the store, they used to laugh and they used to be like, "Come on, man, make our job easy." I was like, nah. Why are you putting me there? Like, I'm here, and here. Yeah, but we have to classify. I said, no, I don't want to be classified. Classified me as good music. That's it. And I guess the whole construction of my life is this. Because when you've been born rich, I mean not rich, you've been born in a rich family from wealthy parents, and you've only lived in big houses, and the first car you ever seen was a Mercedes. Your dad never had nothing than Mercedes. Your mom as well. When you were born, your parents already owned like 4 or 5 houses, plantations, land all around the countries and outside of the country. And you arrive in France and you love hip hop. And you hear that, and you want to do a show, and you hear that there's a show, but it's out there in the suburbs. You and your guys, like, you just take the train and you go to the suburbs. You don't realize that you go into the ghetto because you don't even know that those things exist when me at 17, right? And you arrive in the ghetto and you start singing. And everybody's like, yo, bro, you good, da. Why are you singing English? I said, I don't know, because my heroes sing in English. So, and I speak English, I speak French, I speak Spanish, I speak a little bit of Portuguese at that time. So, yeah, who you think you are? What you mean? Yeah, it's France here. We're singing French. Oh, I have to choose? Now. Yeah. Oh. And then people arrive. Hey, I know this guy. His dad is this. Oh, hey, he's rich. He lives in Paris. He doesn't live in the suburbs. He doesn't live in Sarcelles. He doesn't live in Montfermeil or Garges or whatever. He lives in the 16th. He's a rich kid. Oh, that's a problem? Why are you doing music? Who you think you are? What? Oh, it's only for poor people? I don't know. I mean, I do music because I like it. And I'm here because I want to share with you guys. No, you're not part of us. Oh, well, fuck you then. No, we're going to beat you up. What? It's so interesting that it makes you go in a place where you are scared of being yourself, and you are even scared to assume yourself. And it took me 20 years to be proud of my father. Went from nothing to where he went. And all these guys who came from nothing, I mean, not nothing, but for what they believe is nothing, they are trying to do the ascension. They are trying to make it so that they can feed their family, they can, take care of not only their children, but also the whole families, and etc., etc. But when they see the children of others that make it a generation before them, they hate him. They're pissed. And it makes you not feel at home where you want to be. You want to be in the hip hop parties, but you scared because some people might hate you for things that you have no control about. And it took me a lot of time to come to terms with all of that, to be proud of myself, to be proud of where I come from, to be proud of my bloodline, to be proud of the achievements of my parents, and then to be proud of myself, and then of my music, and to be proud of having been chosen by the creator of Zouk himself, Jacob de Varieux, as one of his heirs, to have Jocelyne Berroir, who's the queen of Zouk, the woman who created Zouk with them, call me brother. Like, she doesn't care, but when she sends me a message, she said brother, I'm like, oh, she called me brother. And to be in the West Indies and having like hundreds of thousands of people coming and sing my song, to be in Congo and having the people of my country cheer me up when the same people hate politicians. And they all know I'm the son of a politician. They all know. But for them, nah, you Kaysha. And yeah, we know your dad, we respect your dad, but even if we hated your dad, you are Kaysha. And then when I go to Angola or when I go to Mozambique, same thing. Oh, you're the king of Kizomba. Ivory Coast, On Dit Quoi, the song, etc., etc. I go to the US, same thing. Like, and it took me, like, when I start this show, what am I gonna talk to the people? What do I have to say that is interesting? But then the more I come here and the more I talk about me, about my life, and the more I see the reaction, and the more I receive private messages from, listen, there's been 300 people tonight. There's 20 people in the chat. It means like there's 200 and something people. They just come, they watch, and they say nothing. But those people, they send private messages. Or some people, they watch the replay. Some people, they watch on Instagram when I put some snippets. And they all tell me the same thing. While the things you say are amazing, because the best thing about Club Shada is that you are yourself and you are proud to be yourself. And you know something Bodhisattva told me, because we come from the same kind of background, and he told me that thanks to me, he was proud of who he was as the past, because we are musicians and people love to think that a musician has to come from being poor to making it. But because we come from wealthy families or famous families, we're supposed to not do music or whatever. Like if talent is something that is reserved from some people. And sometimes I post photos of me as a kid with Mobutu, for example, and some people are like, why would you post that? And I'm like, because this is my life. This is my life. Yeah, but you know who? I don't care. That was uncle for me. But 20 years ago, I was ashamed of all that because of the people, because of people who want to see the world in black and white. And I'm actually super proud that I see the world in 1 million shades of all the colors. The world is not a place where every black person must feel a certain way, every Chinese person must feel a certain way, or every white person has a privilege or this. Like, some people, they might be privileged, but they don't realize it. And they might be privileged, but if it's not their fault, it is not their mission to do something about it. All of them. Some of them, you have to let them be, live their life. some of them, like I remember I was seeing an image of it was a Black Lives Matters movement at the last summer or 2 summers ago when everything went on fire. And some person, a white person, was taking their coffee on their table, chilling. And the protesters were walking around and then they all stopped and they all went around the person. And they were like all chanting, "If you are silent, you part of them. If you are silent, you guilty. If you are not doing anything, you part of them. You part of the problem." Blah, blah, blah. And the person was just there like, "Can I drink my coffee? No, it's time to stand up and wake up and do it." What if I have to work? What if I'm tired? What if I don't care? What if I agree with you, but I don't have the courage? What if I agree with you, but I don't want to do nothing? What if? No! This is how you lose allies. When you want to force people to be what you believe, you want to see yourself in other people. I believe we are all unique. We are all individualities. And of course, when we are all together, we create society with agreements, disagreements. And if you don't feel at home somewhere, and it's all right. And if you don't feel in tune with whatever revolution that is going on, it's all right as well. If everybody's saying that this is normal, and for you need to understand more because it doesn't feel normal to you, it's fine as well. And if you don't feel at home where you are right now, if you can, of course, do what I did. Take your backpack and go somewhere. Because a lot of people, they live this life never feeling at home where they are, and they might be at home somewhere else. And sometimes they only leave when they are 60, 50, 70, whatever. And why? Because they're scared. And most of the time, they're not only scared because of their own lack of courage. A lot of times they're scared because of other people. They're scared because of the message. They're scared because of what they see on TV. They're scared because of people telling them that if you go, you abandon us or whatever. Listen, if you don't feel at home where you are right now, go somewhere else if you can, or make yourself at home, or find a way to feel at home in that place. When I start feeling that France was not my home anymore, and I was done with whatever I could do there, I start thinking I want to go live in Portugal or Brazil or Thailand or here or there. I really felt. And it took me 4 years to just prepare myself. I just didn't go like this. I just start thinking about it, preparing, making sure that my revenue was not shows in France and more the internet, etc., so that I could move somewhere else. And now that I'm in Portugal and I feel at home here, and I can travel to all my other homes, if one day I feel like I want to take my whole family in Spain or in Gibraltar or in Turkey or somewhere else, listen, I'll just prepare and go. Want to go live in Guinea-Bissau, or want to go live in Kinshasa, or back in Ivory Coast, or maybe try something new, go live in, I don't know, somewhere else. I would go. And yeah, it takes courage. It's not such. Oh, thank you so much, Constantine. Do you ever thought about doing a comp album? A whole album? No, I never tried. I never have albums of. Thank you so much for supporting Club Shada. I never have any album that has one genre. All my albums have everything, and I think I have a compa song in every album, or anything that has a little bit of compa in it. So I could do a compilation of all my song that have a compa feeling. That I could do, but or just a compa album. I don't do albums of one genre. And it goes with what I've been saying all along. I am a person that is, you know, I like to be, what makes me one is the fact that I'm everything. I need to be hip hop, R&B, zouk, house music, compa, kizomba, and Latin and Brazilian and pagode and samba and bossa, and I need to be all that. To create one album, I need to bring all that. I would feel very bored if I had a one album with just compa and guyad and troubadour and just like, even if I'd love to listen to when somebody does it. When it comes to me, how I found myself, it's not something that I would do. I would more, be a little more of everything, and it's actually a harder job, but when you do it well, you create that magic, you know. So that's what I had to say tonight. Tell them, Nadia. Kaysha, do you have two nationality of just one? I read somewhere that Congo doesn't allow more than one. No, I'm just French. Just French. French and Portuguese resident. Kanye said he only feels at home when he speaks to his daughter on FaceTime. Home is not a physical place. That's true. That's true, Trish. When you send me a DM, joking. You are a world citizen, completely. Yeah. That's why I call my second album Worldwide Chico. My family is from Patim Island of Fogo, Cape Verde. I was born and raised in Portugal. Yep, double culture. Thanks. Thanks a lot, Mountain. I mean, you see me grow up, so you know a lot of those stories, but not how it felt inside. So that's very interesting, because it builds you, I guess. I guess we are, because you too, because you do an hour of live every day. I don't even know if I could do it. I'm gonna try to do a whole week, just to see how it feels. Thank you so much. As always, if you enjoy this content, give me my unicorns in the chat. And thank you so much to Constantine, Sirène des Îles, and Tana Solit, and also Dahlia MTV for the super chats tonight. It's been a pleasure. I'm gonna leave you, and I'm gonna see you again Wednesday, same time. So 7 p.m. Canada time. I mean, Toronto time, I guess. And midnight and 30 minutes Lisbon time, 1 a.m. and 30 minutes Paris time. And I'm gonna leave you with an instrument, a new project that I've just released called Gentle Operations. When you heard it, it's under the name Angel City. So those are my hip hop instrumentals. And This song is called Eleanor. It's some kind of hip hop. What is my bank saying? I received money. See. So yeah, it's called Eleanor, and I actually did that song as a theme for a show, and it was so good that I decided to release it. I hope you enjoyed this content, Shada Gang, and as always, it's my honor to be around such great people. I enjoy our little club, and I hope that it's gonna stay enjoyable. And everybody that is new, make yourself at home. Be careful. The girls here, they have knives. This show is brought to you by shadaware.com, where you can get this beautiful hoodie that come with the hat. And yeah, I never know how to finish this show. Anyway, peace to everybody, one love, and see you Wednesday.